Good evening and welcome to another episode of the Killer Comics Show. It's Thursday night on Geeky Guy Comics. Got Triple G with me, Perpetual Comics. Gonna be fun.
I'm still offended with you saying I've got a big red head, like a tomato head. What's going on there?
No, I didn't say that. I said I'm wearing a pink hat and
Salmon. That's not pink.
Salmon, and we are sharing the Pantone reference.
Good stuff.
How are we doing? All right. It's another Thursday. It seems like only last week we was doing this.
Yeah.
That's 2 weeks in a row that we've started this show really, really poorly, guys. We need to up our game. We really need to up our game.
We should have some chat. How are we doing now? All right.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Yeah.
Enjoyed your
to
show.
talk comics.
It was last night, wasn't it? About the about Dublin and the charity
Yeah.
update and stuff.
Yeah. We did the charity update. We talked Dublin.
You guys smashed it, man. Massive.
Yeah.
Well done to you.
Did very well. Much better than expected. Huge thank you to everybody that contributed and donated books and artwork and everything that they did. It was fantastic. So yeah.
Have you both still got stuff going out the door, or is it all
No,
done?
it's all done now. I've got this to give to James T. Keegan. That's going his way.
Oh, nice.
But other than that, we've got stuff sent out and we're just probably going to start collecting stuff in because we're going to do another one in September.
And in fairness, and I probably didn't mention this yesterday, but kudos to Peter because he got 99.9% of that stuff packed up, shipped off. I only had one box to send to Connie. It was only to Belfast, so it wasn't that difficult. So, but we're raring to do it again in September, aren't we, Peter?
We are.
Ready to go.
So yeah, bigger and better.
I've got about a bag full of Funko Pops up in the loft that I'm happily to donate. They are literally. We've been talking about toy and boxgate today. Like what do we do with toy boxes and stuff like that? So yeah, I'm happily to just spread
Good
the love
stuff.
and you can take them off my hands. It's not a problem.
Good
Cool.
stuff.
Perfect.
All right. So
All right.
yeah, it's been another good week for comics. Last 2 weeks been pretty good. Should we get into it? Yeah.
Let's get down to business.
I like that, don't you?
Yeah.
Game on. That's the wrong intro.
That was quick.
Totally the wrong intro. Right, I'm going to delete that.
Glad I wasn't
Right
picking
now.
those.
No, right,
One
there we
job.
go. It's this one.
One job.
This is the one that blows your eardrum, so be careful. That's better, isn't it?
Good.
We forgot our adoring chat.
We have. I was literally just about to go into that. The chat is buzzing as always. We've got Chris Bell. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Leon Russell. Evening, Chris. Evening, Killers. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you as well. Dan is back. Hey up, Chris. Hey, Leon, and all you killers inside. Leon Russell. No shite jokes this week, Chris. Good for you. Your rehabilitation is still a way off, but keep reaching. You'll get there one day. Just keep saying to yourself, no shite jokes, Chris. I quite like shite jokes, Chris. So you can crack on all you want, mate. It's fun. I enjoy them. Dead man. Good evening, good people. Passport. Efron. I swear you and Pete was just together, wasn't you? No, you haven't seen each other in a long time. Phil's Treehouse. Greetings from across the pond. Canadian survivalist. Thank you very much for joining. Captain Comics, ahoy, mates and mermaids. And we have Wayne Deacon. Hi, kids. Hope you're okay. We are all good here. It's time to get down to business. As always, you know the coup by now. Killer covers March 13th. This was... No, it's not March 13th. This is March... It was March 9th, 20th. March 20th. Jesus, I'm having an absolute... I've had a manic week. I only did the slides about 3 hours before we come on.
He's having a mare.
I'm having a mare. Yes, it is. It's March 20th, which was New Comic Book Day yesterday. So without further ado, we can get into it and someone else can take the pressure off me for a while. But it's not because I'm up first. Image. Something epic is hitting the shelves again this week. And this is cover C, which is the Marshall Mathers III homage variant. I've got to say, you two got in there pretty quick this week. It was slim pickings. I've literally gone for Eminem is one of my favourite rappers, and I've literally gone for this because it's just reminiscence of one of the greatest ever albums that Eminem put out, and who wouldn't want to see this? Like this. I think this is great. I mean, I'm all for this. Like, I think something epic is. I'm glad it's finally back. I've picked up the trade paperback, so I'm waiting for that to arrive. Yeah. So I mean, like, who wouldn't want this, guys?
I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued by what the next arc has to offer in this book.
Yeah, me too.
And definitely the covers are just as intriguing as the other ones. I've got a huge amount of faith in this book, and I think it's going to really do well. Like you, I've pre-ordered the trade paperback. Really looking forward to that. But I'm just hoping that if this is obviously going to a second arc, maybe a third arc, that they bring it together in a lovely sort of lovely bound book would be superb. But yeah, as for your cover, that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Sorry, Troy.
No, go on. I'm just interested to see what Howard the Duck's going to do in this, because he's literally on every single cover that's been put out.
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, absolutely agree, Andy. I'm hoping I've ordered the trade paperback, but I don't want the trade paperback. I want like a big, nice hardcover of this. Do you know what I mean? Do you think this second arc has got anything to do with the main character from the first arc? Because all of the kind of synopsises and stuff are about the duck. I can't remember the name of the duck character.
This is what I couldn't work out.
Yeah, I don't think it's really featuring the main guy. It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Is this the main guy? Maybe just as his favorite character.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. As for your cover, it's all right. Yeah.
Fair enough. On that note, I'll move swiftly on.
Oh, now that's sexy. Bit of groin action for you, gentlemen. I know you like a bit of groin action. Here's Mike Mayhew, Storm Shadow cover. Now, I think this is a stunning cover. I love the contrast in the whites. I think it really jumps out. I would have enjoyed a Virgin cover, but I have to say, I think I quite like the trade dress on the back, because I like the way he's kind of on top of it and jumping out. Do you know what I mean? I think that stands out quite nicely. Classic Storm Shadow kind of pose there with his dual blades and his crotch. I just think it's a really, really clean cover. I love it. And that would, if you're going to go and get, that signed or a little remark on it or something like that, I think that would be a stunning cover. Sexy.
It's all right.
It's. I feel like I've seen it before, quite a lot of times.
And I think I've seen it before by Mike Mayhew as well.
Yeah, because I know that Mike's obviously done a lot of Star Wars stuff, so those swords could easily be lightsabers. And
does that mean it's not a good cover then, just because you've seen it before?
It feels it's an okay cover. I mean, it's got its crotch action. It's got fantastic knees as well.
The knees are good. The knees.
Yeah.
Can't see the elbows, which is disappointing.
Has he got sort of camel toe flip flop action?
Yeah, he's got camel toe flip flop action. That's the best kind of action to have, is what I understand. But that's standard Storm Shadow flip flop.
That's instantly made this cover the best one. So well done, Peter.
Oh, what was that? Is the Frisson lover actually calling out a samey cover?
Wow. He's so angry all the time, Chris.
So angry. I liked him when he was locking people in a cage.
I can't help but agree with him. I can't help. I think Chris speaks a lot of truth. Yeah.
I didn't say he was wrong.
Vote for me, Chris.
Vote
for me, Chris. Vote for me. Yeah.
I do like it. I think it's a good, and I do like the perspective. I like the way it's coming out. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't really know enough about G.I. Joe and this character to say
he's a real American hero.
Okay. Yeah, well, he's not technically the bad guy, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Up next, this one is beautiful. See, I noticed this, and I totally forgot it bypassed me, because we noticed this on the FOC show, and it was awesome. And yeah, for the last 3 or 4 weeks, Sosa Mike has been absolutely smashing it. So well done, Andy. This is gorgeous.
I think I may have sent this like an hour after last week's show to say this is my pick. I think this is absolutely wonderful. This cover. It gives me that sort of 60s sort of vibe.
Yeah.
It's kind of got that classic feel of the background. It looks as if it's like the American flag, obviously. Chris mentioned the sameness of Jenny Frisson, but the eyes on these covers for Sosa Micah are absolutely stunning. and there's a lot of samey Wonder Woman covers that are about, but this just, this knocked my socks off. That this is one that's getting 9.8 CGC, and that, yeah, I'm all for it. What do
The
you
only
think, Liz?
Sousa Michael one I think I picked a couple of weeks ago was her Catwoman one that she did, and the eyes were totally off. So to see her do this, yeah, I can't. Like, I love this, and I think we said the same thing when it was the FOC, like the callback to Wonder Woman's old school uniform and stuff like that, and the way it just pops in front of the red eye. Yeah, I think it's a smashing cover, Andy. Well done, mate.
Yeah, thank you, Peter. Oh, God.
Irritatingly, it's great.
It is, isn't it?
So yeah, if I was being critically, I'd say she's got a good, strong jawline there, hasn't she? She's very square-jawed. To me, this looks like an image you would see on the back tail of an aircraft during World War II.
Yeah, we said
Do you know
that.
that kind of thing?
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I do love it. I love the colours. I love the fact that it's kind of the red background and she's almost greyed out. It's a nice cover. Yeah.
It was slim pickings this week, and I think we can agree on that.
agree.
But my question to you is that when it's slim pickings on like the killer covers as well, does that kind of deter you from reading comics that week? You're like, oh, there's literally nothing out there, or are you kind of like, because if I see like say for instance something epic, if I hadn't seen a cover that would attract me to it, it could have potentially just gone by me until I see it, or until one of you said, "Oh, we're going to review it on the show and stuff." But because I see this cover, I was like, oh, do you know what? I actually want to give this a read. And I've read up to issue number 4. It's not a great story, like it's kind of Wonder Woman and stuff like that. But if I haven't read anything from this week's comics because I've looked through them and I'm like, there's nothing that's kind of took my fancy.
See, I'm almost the opposite to that in some ways, Charlie. I get slightly, because I'm old, I get slightly irritated with the new kind of penchant for covers to be like this, if I'm honest.
Say that word again, Pete. That was
penchant.
Penchant.
So basically, this has got absolutely bollocks all to do with the story. It's purely a cover. So this wouldn't entice me to read the comic at all. Do you know what I mean? I kind of missed the good old days of seeing a panel of what you're going to see in the book. You know, these are cover buys, pure and simple. It wouldn't encourage us to open the book up. I would literally just stick it on the wall. You know.
Yeah.
And in fairness, I think that's like the only thing that's selling these books for DC, because they've got the top cover artists doing their stuff. And I would agree with you, Peter, that I'm probably in the same with you. Like, this cover wouldn't entice me to read Wonder Woman. I don't think many covers would, to be fair, unless it was a writer that I recognised, that I knew I would give it a go. I'm more into reading books based on the writer or the artist rather than, the covers and stuff.
Penchant, crikey, Peter, hand your Northerner badge in at the door if you leave.
I thought Penchant I thought he was a left back for Chelsea. Penchant.
Chris, I'm trying to speak geek proper, man. I'm trying to,
A proper man.
Geek proper, man.
There's some great comics this week: Beneath the Trees, Infernal, Something Epic, and even Cobra Commander. Out of all of them, Beneath the Trees was, for me, I read it. That comic is going from strength to strength.
I haven't read it.
Not read it yet.
I won't say anymore, but it's yes. So yes, the vote is now live for these 3 covers. You can please start your community vote, and I think we're safe to say there's a clear winner, and deservedly so, unfortunately.
I don't know about that, because I've noticed over the last few weeks people are just voting against me because they're bullies, to be honest. A lot of them.
I'm still crying in the corner over last week's win, if I'm being honest. I know me and Andy have had various in-depth conversations since Friday all the way up until last night, asking like how we deal with that, how the emotional damage that we've come to. I mean, we've had some horrendous
YouTube royalty. Try to win cover of the week now. It's fucking impossible.
We've had.
It was a good cover. It was a good cover, gentlemen.
Each to their own, right? Me and Andy have had to set up
Peter.
a separate group chat called "How Do We Transform?" Right, and it's just So there's this cover, there's that cover. And then there's this one. This one's for all you hardcore rappers out there. Yes, Marshall Mathers III. We've got some a penchant for crotch. There we go. And then we've got the eyes. It's all about the eyes. Don't look into the eyes, look around the eyes. There we go. Place your votes now over on the community tab, and we will check on that throughout the show. Now, talking about eyes, my eyes for March 20th. See, I got that date right. This is where we pick the horrendous comic covers that have been released into the wild this week. There's a few. Up first. What the fuck is this?
This was really easy for me this week. I know that you've got quite a, what is it, penchant for these Mark Brooks headshot covers, but this just looks horrendous. Not only does the headshot look really, really poor, but the background looks as if it's been done with Canva. It's terrible. It shouldn't be done. It should have been a handful of these covers, but they just went absolutely wild, and any character can be on it. It looks like a bullet with eyes.
It's just horrendous.
But this is this makes us angry. This is the point we're literally just making, right? If you're a new reader to comic books and you're going into the comic shop and you love Iron Man from the movies, and you see this, does this encourage you to pick a comic up? Does it shite? Do you know what I mean?
No.
It tells you nothing about the book, nothing about the story. It's a geek big shiny helmet on a page. It just looks awful. Shit.
Yeah, 52 of these Brooks bastards.
52 of them. I mean, if you compare this to the Alex Ross covers, the heroes and the villains,
yeah.
If you compare it to that, which were spectacular, look even better in the poster book. This is shocking. This is absolutely shocking.
It is. Like, and the thing is, I'm lucky enough to own one of like the Funko Pops of this, of the original Iron Man suit. And I know it's a Funko Pop and stuff, but it looks nothing like that. Like that, it doesn't even, like, it's shit. And I started going down the rabbit hole of collecting like the Mark Brooks headshot variant. So I've got a few of them, but then like I got the Wolverine one, and then about 2 or 3 weeks later, the same, like another Wolverine came out, and he didn't have like the miles, and it's just like, it's a fucking cash cow. That's all it is. It's a cash cow. That is all it is. So yeah, this is, and it's just shit. Good pick, Andy. Or is it a bad pick? No, it's a good bad pick.
It's like,
my eyes. What the fuck?
I picked this. I'm buying it. I am buying it.
Are you really?
Oh, come on. It's the Shat. But this is my point.
It is the Shat.
Why is William Shatner on a Justice League Superman comic, right? And also, if you're going to put William Shatner on the front of a comic, right, make it look like William... That doesn't look like William Shatner.
No, it doesn't.
He's got a geek podgy beak end. He's a hairline. He hasn't got his trademark. It just doesn't look... Oh, piss off. It doesn't look like William Shatner to me.
And he's got a Star Trek shirt on underneath.
Yeah, crap. It's just...
Like,
I mean, I'm a big fan of the Shat. You know I am. And I will be buying this just...
William
but
Shatner.
It's just awful.
Yeah. It's as bad as the Flash movie. This is even called the William Shatner cameo variant. Honestly, who the fuck is buying this other than you?
Me.
No,
I'm not buying it.
Have you been reading this comic?
No, but Efren has, and he says it's a great storyline. But they've just done a Kingdom Come crossover, I think.
Yes, Efren, can you confirm if Shatner is in the actual comic or is he just on the cover?
Yeah, why would he be in the comic? Why is Shatner even on the cover? What's made them think, we'll just pick Shatner and stick him on the Justice League cover?
It's what the fuck? I don't get it. I literally don't get it. I'm so confused. Fuck it. Yeah, shit cover. Well done. Good pick. Great pick. And it's Dan Mora as well.
Yeah.
Like, is that Dan Mora?
Yes.
No way.
Yep. Yeah, I reckon he did this through gritted teeth as well.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's got podgy little fingers as well, hasn't he? He's got Prince Charles fingers. Look at them.
Evening all, love this cover. Whose killer cover is it? Ed, join the show on time and you might find out. This is my eyes. Okay? This is it. Here we go. The same reason they had Nick Cage a few months ago.
I forgot about that. Yeah, they did, didn't they?
That's true, yeah.
And again, it didn't look like Nick Cage, did it? It was a horrendous cover as well.
No. Yeah. But this is horrendous. Well done. Oh, it gets worse. My eyes. My eyes.
I forgot about this. I forgot I'd picked
How
this.
could you forget about? Look at the state.
What
of
is this? Seriously, and I don't know. I apologise. Please don't
Look
cancel
at
us.
Superman's wee podgy bum.
Please don't cancel us because I don't know what the correct terminology is. But why is Warwick Davis dressed as Superman? What is going on? Why is he like a little? Why is he a little person? Why? Do you know what I mean? What is that?
Oh, we're going to get cancelled. Stop
But
it.
I'm right, aren't I? That's that. Nah.
Look at the gargoyle as well. What
Look
is
at
that?
Superman's ears, man. Look at it. He's like. I just don't know what this is. I don't know. I don't know what this is meant to be for. Do you know what I mean? It's just awful. Awful.
It is horrendous. Like I can't stop looking at Superman's bum now.
Podgy bum. Super butter.
He looks so proud as well that he's just there and he's got his bum in Batman's face while Batman's holding a shoelace because he's that small. What the fuck? Honestly,
This might be my new favourite segment, guys.
Yeah.
I don't. And Batman's ears and Superman's ears are so fucking big.
He's so proud of himself as well, and he's pleased. He's kind of just hovering.
Yeah, I did squats at the gym today.
Do you know what it's like? It's like.
Oh god.
I'll get cancelled.
No, go for it. Go for it.
It's like you've gone to the circus, and they're about to do like an opening act, and people have come out dressed as superheroes. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be like a clown car comes past and pies thrown and stuff. It's just horrific. Fucking horrific.
Yeah, like the gargoyle looks how I feel. Even the gargoyle's like, why the fuck am I on this cover?
Wait a minute, so this is the same comic as the last one, so these are the two covers that you have the option
That's your
for
choices.
this one.
That's your choices.
Yeah,
You've got Shatner or this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Shatner doesn't look so bad. No.
Maybe William Shatner drew it.
oh sorry, Dustin.
Midget porn. It's some weird fetishism. Fuck, I can't even say that. Told you, I'm having a fucking stroke already.
Fetish.
Fetishism. Hold on, that's the cover I submitted to Blue Peter when I was 6. Are they looking out to follow the yellow brick road? Oh, this is the biggest disappointment for me. Love Dustin, but this is terrible.
Oh no.
Supes has just got Batman with his old pull my finger. Interesting fact about dwarves. Not proportional.
Don't. I wouldn't. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like...
Do you remember when we used to review comics?
Yeah. We should probably get back to that. It looks like it's just a cover cameo. No other reason they wanted him on the cover besides people buying them because it's Shatner. Right. Okay. Moving on.
That's tremendous.
Right, lads.
We're back at the circus, aren't we? This is the...
I've gone the same colour as my hat.
Oh, it's too much.
This is a 1 in 50.
Such an emotional day. Oh,
This is a 1 in 50.
Have you squashed that image? Have you squashed the image to make his face?
Honestly, I've literally, it's copied as it is. A 1 in 50 for this.
Wow.
Seriously.
What's Mark Brooks doing? What is he doing?
Not a lot, by the looks of it. I mean, come on. What? But the thing is, the actual
Wakanda for girl.
Gimpanda, Jesus, like. But the thing is, the actual coloured version of this doesn't look any better. I don't.
Where's his mouth?
I don't.
That's his chin. So where's his mouth?
Yeah, look. Look. Wakanda forgettable. He's got a cleft. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is the last Killer Comic show, we've definitely gone out on a high. We've fucking hell. The Gimp mask went wrong. Cack Panther. Would any self-respecting comic shop buy 50 of that? Yeah, the line work though. Yeah, to be fair, the line work though. Yeah. What else have we got? Peter draws better than that, don't you, Peter?
I'm gonna draw that, yeah.
Same thing I saw before I flushed. Les Dawson is Black Panther. Fucking hell.
I love it.
Jesus. Yeah, these are horrendous. I think this has been the best. My eyes so far.
Oh, this wins.
Wow.
Right, come on, guys, pull ourselves together.
Bring out the Panther. The Panther's sleeping. Well, I guess you better wake him up now, don't you?
I'm not even bothered about picking best cover anymore. I think we should have a competition for who can find the shittest cover.
I've definitely won this week.
You've won this week.
Something.
You've won
this
week.
I've won some. Oh, look, yeah, Jimmy didn't fix it. Page 2 is him left in his bust, Les Dawson. Go on, say it.
Ooh, it's a foil. Yeah.
But there we go. They are horrendous. And this one, yeah,
What's that?
you will own nothing and you will be happy too, right? So this, as I was just going through...
You've made this up.
No, I haven't. Honestly, this flashed up. This came up. It's like a self-promoting comic. I don't know much about it, but it's horrendous. I don't know what happened with covers this week. I have no idea.
I love how startled the cat is.
Yeah.
It's because he's looking at the Mark Brooks cover.
Yeah, but this is horrendous. I don't really know. There's no publisher for this either.
No publisher?
No.
What is it? What is it then?
It was on League of Comic Geeks, and I literally just scrolled through, and I was like, "Oh, this looks okay," as in bad. And yeah, there's no. It just says other. That's it. Yeah, this is. I don't really know much about it, but there's 2 issues of it. Yeah, look. Yeah, is that a BBC test card?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, compared to the others, it's a maybe from me. Wow, my God. Wait until you see Darth Maul. There we go. Oh, no, it looks like something, a real thing. Oh, a real thing. Is that Harry hiding from Meghan? So, yeah, I don't think anything will top that. But moving on, yeah, there's that. So, let's get down to reviewing comics, because I feel like I'm back in the room now. I feel like my colour's toned down. I'm potentially the same colour as my cap, but I'm getting back to normality. Week 11, which was last week, we had Transformers issue number 6. You might remember that cover because somehow Peter won cover of the week. And then we've got Avengers Twilight issue number 4. Both comics been fantastic. Up first, we have Avengers Twilight issue number 4, written by the multi-talented, very busy Chip Zdarsky, and the art is by Daniel Acuna. As mentioned, this came out last week, which was March the 13th. Main cover is by Daniel Acuna. We've got the 1 in 100 Carmen Canero Lightning Bolt variant. We have the Daniel Acuna variant cover, and then we have the Francesco Mobili variant. Which one of you 2 gorgeous men would like to take it away first?
Peter, you love this book.
Main cover's by Alex Ross, I think. Is that
it?
not Ross? I think
Yes, it is. I've got that wrong. I do apologise.
But all of those covers are stunning. I have to say the Daniel Acuna one, I don't know, there's just something about that. I prefer that to the Ross cover. I think it looks amazing. This book, we've talked about this a lot. This book is phenomenal. We're just talking on the show I've just done there about how this needs to be made into a movie. I was saying I think it would be really cool to get the guys who've been in the MCU, in the original Avengers movies, 10, 20 years' time, bring them back and do this storyline. Bring Chris Evans back and all that. I think that would be amazing. This issue doesn't let up. It just continues to pack a punch. It's got brilliant action in it, brilliant character scenes, and the artwork I think is phenomenal. I'm loving, because I'm a big Thor fan, I'm absolutely loving the portrayal of Thor in this. There's a scene early on where he's obviously flying or floating in the sky, and he kind of lands, and just the imagery and you feel the weight of him and the power of him hitting the deck.
Yeah.
Loved that middle panel there where he kind of says, exit thy vehicle. Just amazing. I'm loving it. And the twist at the end, I should have seen that coming, and I'm not quite sure why I didn't think, oh, it's going to be that character.
Yeah, I didn't
Because
even think either.
makes perfect sense, you know,
Yeah.
perfect sense. Yeah, if you're not reading this, you're missing out on a great series. Only 6 issues, so we're at the end game now, pun intended. So you know, you need to pick this up. I think it's a great book. Can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, no. Good evening, DVH. Thank you very much for joining. We've been in tears for the past 15 minutes on the horrendous cover, so make sure you watch on the rewind of that. I've got to say this. I think, Andy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the only Marvel comic that we've consistently reviewed since King in Black.
You know, you might be right, actually. Yeah. I can't
And
think of any others.
I think other than yeah, I can't think of any other Marvel comic that we've reviewed every time an issue's come out. And I think that's, like, to be fair, I don't read since Andy converted me to independence. I don't really read a lot of Marvel comics. Like, there's other than the Incredible Hulk, there's not much out there that I'm reading and enjoying at the moment. It's all like DC. I love my Batman image and stuff like that. This, for me, 100%, this could be the end game in 20 years' time. They come back as the new Avengers and stuff like that. I just think it's great. As you said, Pete, it doesn't let up. It's constant action. It's a direct follow-on from the last issue, so we're kind of thrown into the deep again. 4 for me is just wicked. He's presented in this as an absolute badass and doing the right thing and stuff. The exchange he has with Luke Cage, I thought was quality. I've gone for the end panel where, like, Tony Stark just standing there going, kind of like, we fucked up again. We're too late. I just thought it was wicked. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this pans out. I honestly didn't see it being Red Skull. Even when his hands, when he had the blood in his hands, he's wiping on his face. I didn't even think that was still possible. Obviously, Tony Stark had said it before, but I was like, is it really? Yeah. And then when he was like, oh yes, come on, son, we've done this, and I'm thinking, wow, this is. I think James is gonna come good.
Yeah. And did you spot the secondary villain at the end of the book as well, in the background on the screen? So Ultron was very clearly on one of the panels behind him.
Ah, I'm gonna have to go and look at that. Good spot. Yeah, no, but for me, like, even the little Spider-Man on the pilot's helmet, I thought that was quite cool. So, because he became an Avenger in the end, didn't he? But go on, yeah, I loved it. Looking forward to reading it. Andy?
Absolutely the same, guys. I picked the first page here, specifically that third panel at the bottom, just because you can see the reflection of Thor in his visor. You've got the man sort of logo as well, which I thought was a really nice touch. I think the artwork, first and foremost, is almost perfect for this book. It's again, you can't imagine anybody else doing it, but I'm just so glad that we've got the artist that we have on this. All the covers have been absolutely superb as well. But just that writing, this issue was fantastic. There was a couple of scenes in it with Thor. Now, Thor's obviously the way that Thor speaks and stuff like that, sort of Norse, God.
Do you read it in Thor's? He's the only character that I read it as.
100%. But there was a really emotional part. He's talking about, we're all superheroes, but the only thing that we can't beat is getting old. I was just, that stopped me in my tracks. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. You don't have to be a superhero to relate to that. You know what I mean? We all relate to that. This is bordering on getting the golden. We've not used it in a while, but the golden badge, the killer comic badge. I think this is fantastic. I'm going to hold off and reserve my judgment for that golden badge until the next issue or two. You said 6 issues? It's
6. 6 issues.
Yeah. And is Chip Zdarsky doing the writing for all the issues?
Yeah.
He is. So I would say this is probably the best sort of mini-series that he's done since Spider-Man. Is it the Lost Years or the Last Years or whatever it was called?
Lost Years. Was it Lost Years? Yeah.
That if you haven't read that's just as good as this. But this is the best Marvel book I've read since Daredevil.
Ed said, this and Ultimate Spider-Man are my only 2 Marvel reads at the moment. I haven't read the latest issue of Ultimate Spider-Man because number 2 I was kind of like, and I think we kind of see it as it was, number 1 was so good and then number 2 kind of, so yeah, I read that and I was just like, I've lost interest in that. So if number 3's, if it's good enough to read, I'll give it a go. But yeah, this is this is wicked.
I totally rely on Instagram and the community telling me what Marvel books are good and DC books are good. Because the reason I started reading this was because of Fuzzy. Fuzzy put it up and said it was really good. And then I think you'd mentioned it as well, Peter. And I was like, I'm going to dive in here and give this a read. And I actually read issue 3 and 4 back to back. And the ending of 3 was kind of spoiled by the cover of issue number 4. But it didn't lose anything within the story. It's paced so well, this book, and you're just hoping that they nail it at the end, and do something special.
I think Batman's right though. Chip's so hit and miss. His Batman has been very poor. It has been very poor. Like it's to me, it's been all over the place. But with this, it's consistently steady. I'm looking for. It's a shame it's only 6 issues though.
Yeah.
Not, it'd be great. It'd be great. Right, so that was a good power play to start off with. Let's have a quick look over at the votes. We've had 30 votes so far. I'm in last place with 7%. Peter is in
7%.
second place with 43%, and Andy is top of the poll with 50% as well. So yeah, that's playing out pretty well. Up next we have Transformers issue number 6. Main cover by Mike Perkins. Cover B is by Adri Lima. Variant cover. Cover C is the 1 in 100 Orlando Orsina, and then cover D is the 1 in 25 Eric Canete variant cover. Andy, you're not massively into your Transformers, are you? But I know you've been reading this.
Well, I'm sure that Peter's going to juicy details of messages that I'd sent him the other day about Transformers.
Is it the pictures as well though? Because I didn't get them.
Like we talk about blocking and the art of being blocked. I think I was bordering on getting blocked by Peter. Transformers. I don't know a huge amount about Transformers, and I don't think that helped me get into this run because I kind of took it at face value of what is the writing like, what's the artwork like, and I didn't have any of that nostalgia to, hide any of the flaws in this book. But I've been really enjoying the story. I've said it on a few occasions whenever I read the other issues. I find some of Warren Johnson's artwork just too much. It's like Transformers spewed on a page at times. But then you can tell that he really knows the backstory to Transformers, because I don't know if it was this issue or it was the last issue, where he says the song.
Yeah.
And I was just thought, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. And then it's obviously that some of the moves that he does, and some of the Transformers that he's introducing are like old school Transformers. But Peter, tell them what I messaged you.
What's that ball thingy? I think was your opening gambit.
Yeah. I didn't understand what the ball thingy was, and I didn't understand why Optimus Prime could be like reinvigorated.
It wasn't that, Andy. It wasn't that upset us. It was when we started talking about Transformers the movie, and you were saying initially that never seen it. How can any self-respecting nerd not have seen the original Transformers the movie cartoon?
And the thing is, as well, is that that was my hat trick of things, because I felt as if I was sort of bringing on a bit of a sort of heart palpitations with Peter, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to tell him I haven't seen Transformers. Nearly set him off.
I immediately leapt to YouTube. This is when I was at work. Leapt to YouTube to send him my favourite Transformers the movie scene, which is obviously when Prime, one shall stand, one shall fall, and all that kind of jazz. But I ended up watching it for about 5 minutes before I sent the message, didn't I?
Yeah. But no, I really enjoyed this issue, really enjoyed the comic, and I'm learning more and more about Transformers, which, that's what it's all about. And if it brings new Transformers fans into this, then I think he's doing a good job. So yeah, really enjoying it. I want an Optimus Prime figure. I've got the Lego figure, but I want like a proper Optimus Prime figure.
I've got lots. Love
You
it.
too?
I absolutely love this issue. I'm loving the art style. I'm worried about what happens next. If this is doing it for me, it really is doing it for us. The page you mentioned with the kind of the the song, I just grinned from ear to ear. It was just a great Prime couple of pages, that. Now I have to be really honest with you, Andy, because I did message Tom because we know he's a big Transformers fan. I'm quite averse. Sorry, I'm quite read on the Transformers lore and knowledge and things like that. But I didn't understand why Sparky walking into the Matrix suddenly fixed Prime.
That's what I didn't have a clue on that. I was like,
so
I wasn't alone
sure.
then. I wasn't
no,
alone.
no.
There we go.
No.
What did Tom say to you?
So me and Tom had a good chat, and the only thing we can come up with is the fact that everybody's got what they call in Transformers lore, you call the All Spark, which is the soul or whatever.
Yeah.
And that by sacrificing his All Spark, it re-energized the Matrix in some way. Okay. But I'm not aware of that happening previously, unless Dr. Von Hoot's going to tell us I'm wrong. I don't think that was explained particularly well, if I'm honest. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. I thought Prime had some amazing moments. Loved it.
Fuzzy has said, has this been the weakest issue? I sort of got bored halfway through. I haven't finished it yet neither. That's never happened up to now. I've totally gone the wrong way. Like I think we've mentioned it before, and I think, Andy, you mentioned it. Daniel Warren Johnson's art sometimes can be a bit full on, and you don't know where to look. You don't know what's going on, and it can just be an amalgamation of all these characters coming together and everything. I think there's loads going on in this, but I think the way that it's been done with like the colour breaks and the way that it's strategically placed, like the speech text and stuff like that, for me, the panel I've gone for on the right hand side was reminiscence of Do a Powerbomb. Like if you look at, since Do a Powerbomb came out, Daniel Warren Johnson said that he looked at AEW and other wrestling to kind of get the enthusiasm to do a comic about that. But now in all the other comics that he's done, if you go back, there's always like wrestling moves. So he's always doing something that relates to wrestling. I'm just really, I kind of didn't understand why Spike was sacrificing himself to walk through when he'd gone so far to keep himself alive to save his son. But then on the other side of that, he's doing it now to keep his son and to make sure he comes alive and stuff like that. But I was like, what is this thing? How is a human able to save a Transformer? Surely it's meant to be the other way around. I just thoroughly enjoyed this. I really, really did. And I think the panel that you picked, Pete, other than the, that song when he ripped off his finger, I was like, it was just wicked. It was just so good.
Yeah. The big difference between this and Do a Powerbomb is that you didn't have to be a wrestling fan to enjoy Do a Powerbomb, but you really have to be a Transformers fan to enjoy this. And I think that's why I might not be shouting about it as much as other people are.
Yeah, like Ed said, I got booed last time I said this, but I find DWJ very samey, and I know the irony based on the fact I love Jeff Lemire. I think it is. He's good at what he does, and he draws characters like the same. When you look at like Do a Powerbomb, and you look at Murder Falcon, and then you look at Transformers and stuff, he's clearly got a way how to do these characters and how to manipulate them and do the different characteristics and stuff like that. I'm fine with that. I think it works. And as you said, Ed, pot calling kettle black, you love Jeff Lemire, so you know what it is. But Peter still looks angry. Andrew.
Fizzing, Batman, fizzing.
There we go. They explain the Matrix in issue 2, to be fair to them. Okay. So I might have to go back and reread that. If I'm being honest, it is sort of a logic leap that Sparkplug reinvigorates the Matrix that isn't fully developed, but I'd argue that the sacrifice makes up for it. Fair enough. This is the last issue. I think, is it this issue or the next one that's the last one before?
Last arc,
and then George Corona's starting on it. I did enjoy it. I look forward to reading Transformers every week. Duke is out. Duke 3 is out next week. I've just caught up on Cobra Commander, which I'm starting to like. So yes, it was interesting, but I did prefer Avengers this week to this. Yeah, which I think was the genuine consensus.
Yeah, I think Avengers was for me was the highlight of the week. So the artist is changing the next issue. Is that right?
Yes,
I think so. Yeah.
I'm all for that, to be honest. My eyes need a rest from the splurge of colour.
There we go. There's a few interesting covers for next Transformers next issue. Yes, there is, and the action is absolutely glorious in Transformers. It is. When you kind of look at these three pages together, it is pretty in your face, awesome, isn't it? Yeah,
it's fan service. I think it's definitely fan service.
Yeah,
because it's been 6 issues of moments of fan service. and there's been one or two little bits of storyline where it's been kind of a deep and meaningful, and it stops you in your tracks, but it kind of goes up like that, and it's in waves. But I think it's been a solid arc thus far.
Yeah, Pete, what show are you going after on this one, Peter? Mr. 24/7. That is Peter's name. That's his pet name, Mr. 24/7.
Wow.
There we go. Wow. There we go. So, moving swiftly on, we are now on the Killer Indie Picks, which is for next week, March 27th. This is the brainchild of Andy, put it together 4 years ago, and we're still going strong now. Indie
4
Picks.
years? Wow.
Yeah. The Killer Comic Show has been going for over 5 years.
That's crazy.
Very cool.
When was I was going to say Men in Black, King in Black?
That is, I'm going to have to go back into the memory banks for that, because that was one of my favourite intro videos. Me and you were and then we just died, deflated. That was it. But I think that must have been about 3.5 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was the first show.
Yes.
Still not ready.
Oh, you're not missing much.
Yeah,
go back and watch those shows.
I think I did. I'm sure I did at the time. Yeah.
That's what put him off. That's what put him off. So this is the Killer Indie Picks, March 27th. Up first, I swear, honestly, we spoke about
Jesus
this.
God, how many times are we going to talk about this book?
Yeah, I think we'll get to the point, because we've changed up not doing the Wednesday show, that we'll naturally get to a point where we'll go, oh, this is the first time that we've seen this book. But this is at least the third time I think we've tried to talk about this book, and this is White Boat issue number 1, written by Scott Snyder and art by Francesco Francavilla. This is through Distillery, and I am very much looking forward to this. I think it's maybe been slightly delayed, and it feels like it's been delayed, or it might just be because we keep speaking about it all the time where we see it. But the synopsis reads, from the acclaimed team behind Detective Comics and Night of the Ghoul comes a modern horror classic. White boats are the mega yachts that the super rich use to traverse the globe, floating islands where your every desire can be fulfilled. And getting invited on board one should be a dream come true. That is until the crew traps and transports you to a remote island where secret cults have existed for millennia, working on something called the Human Project. Does the white boat ship you to paradise or sink you into hell on Earth? I'm all for this.
Same here.
Scott Snyder very rarely goes wrong. So yes, I can't wait for this when I eventually get to read it.
I can't help but see Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The bottom. I think we explained this a couple of weeks ago when we was doing the FOC show on a Wednesday and we was doing the show on a Thursday. A week or two later, we was going over the same comics and it was becoming pretty samey and stuff. And I think this comic featured every single week on both shows. But I'm looking forward to reading this. And again, with Distillery, they've got that gap in the market where they're oversized comics. Like Somna's been wicked. Like Mickey Clunan and Tula Lataya smashing it. Like that's really, really good. If you guys ain't jumped on it, or anyone in the chat hasn't jumped on it, I'd encourage you to give it a read. And I think this, with Scott Snyder and Francesco Francavilla on it, I think it's going to be great. There's some awesome covers for it as well. So this is, I'm looking forward to reading this. Dr. Von Ho is still on. He's still going on about the Matrix. Re-kickstarting the Matrix with someone sacrificing themselves. It has been done before, but I'm pretty sure just another Transformers doing it is not a human. Okay. Batdan has said, me too. This pair were great on Detective Comics with Jock. There we go. Is Distillery was regular size and normal price would be much more likely to pick them up on their stuff. The £7, £8 issue is too much to take a chance on.
Good point.
Yeah, to be fair. And then DVO just said, Distiller's stupid. NFT take on digital means. I can't be arsed with them.
Oh, I don't know what that is. What have they done?
If you could explain, please, sir, that would be great. I
think what it is on their website, you can buy the comic.
That's it.
Then you can sell it back again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's effectively, the comic is an NFT.
Yeah.
I think it's quite a cool concept. Like, it's you owning something that you can sell back effectively.
Mm-hmm.
But I just on the price point, I don't know if you guys have actually physically held one of these books in your hand, but you can definitely tell the quality.
Yeah.
You know, the spot gloss and stuff like that. It's a wraparound cover. It's cardstock as well. If you consider DC do the smaller comics for like $5.99, and this is like an $8.99 book.
Mhm.
I think it's well worth it.
That
Well
is
worth it.
true. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Distillery have another stand at Thought Bubble again this year. That would be.
I can't see why they won't have,
Mm.
because from what I hear, they've got some books that are coming out round about that time.
Mhm. And they'll be adding new people to it as well. I think they're going to take over shortly. So
Mm.
then we've got The Nasty. Yeah, Pete, look,
Okay.
I told you we was getting back on this. So basically, The Nasty, this is the final issue. And it's all come to a climax. It's the opening night. Hordes of horror hounds descend on Ruther Glen, hungry for cinematic gore. Rising to the challenge, them are Cynthia Crudgill and her moral crusaders making a last-ditch effort to shut down the festival. As conflicts brews, Will Thumper and his friends finally get the chance to share their homemade horror, and what good horror is complete without a monster coming back for one last scare? I jumped off of this, I think, about issue 1, and then decided to jump back on it again when issue 6 came out. Begrudgingly, I kind of was like, I don't want to get back into this because it's John Lee's writing it, and I only want Alex Cormack doing the art. I've kind of got past that now, as we spoke about. I've kind of got past it, and I've secretly, not a secret anymore because I'm about to. I've been enjoying this, and I know you're the same, Pete.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, so I jumped off it pretty early on, and then probably the same as you, Charlie. I think it was the issue where the cover was kind of like a castle on a big hillside or something, and that pulled us back in, and it's been pretty good. I have to just kind of get my head around the fact that the art isn't my cup of tea, but actually the storyline is good.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look like. I mean, even that cover there doesn't look like a horror.
No.
Scary book to me. Do you know what I mean? It looks silly. So yeah.
Andy, have you been reading this at all?
I think I read a couple of issues. It wasn't for me. I jumped off it. Didn't jump back in.
Really? Hopefully, I mean, with this last issue, I mean, it'd be pretty good as a trade. To be fair, I think I'll probably end up looking at it and stuff. But I mean, what's DV8 saying? He has said they only do digital out there, their own web store, and they are limited. So unless you have their day one, you can't get them damn things digitally. Okay. And then Connie has just said, you reminded me I still need to get my stuff sorted for Thought Bubble. Yeah, you do. You need to get your shit sorted for Thought Bubble. Get there this year. It'd be a great one. Fuzzy said, the Marvel ones, you can buy special limited digital versions of the comics with NFTs and then sell them on a secondary market.
I didn't even... and again, it's because I'm old. I get that. I didn't even realise NFTs were still a big thing. I thought they had a big surge a while back and then people thought they were cack and they kind of went away. I didn't realise we're back into them.
It's kind of similar to them hero cards, Pete.
Yeah.
You can kind of just add them and then you can kind of sell them for the market and stuff. But stuff like that seems to have died a death.
Yeah.
Like, unless, I mean, it's not massive in the UK from what I can understand.
I think NFTs definitely had their moment. I think the bubble was as well and truly burst on them. If you look at the prices of some of the NFTs, some the big artists, like they're going for next to nothing now. I say next to nothing. You're talking still hundreds of thousands of pounds for them. But I think the whole NFT digital thing is quite a cool idea. Like DVH said, if you can get them, they're so limited, and the people who are buying them aren't buying them to read the comic. It's to have them and to sell them in the aftermarket. That makes them unaccessible.
Ed has said, with this being 8 issues, it should be one trade, shouldn't it? It should be.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, I fell off early with this one. I think a lot of people did, but I mean, I'd give it another chance, give it another read. So that's number 2. Then we've got Feral Pete. Great pick.
Yeah, again, a book we've probably been talking about for a good while, so I'll not go into the synopsis and whatnot. But basically, by Tony Fleece, and it tells the story of some cats who are abandoned in the wild and are trying to get back home during what sounds like a rabies outbreak. I think there's going to be some twists in this. I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as that. The covers, much like Stray Dogs, are just amazing on this. There's some great variant covers. I love this art style as well. So I'm all in on this, and this comes out like very, very soon. So I'm looking forward to getting a few copies of this and having a look. I think it's going to be great.
Comment of the night: NFTs were kind of wank concept, in my opinion.
I completely agree.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I am very much looking forward to this. Like even the synopsis, like even the characters: Elsie, Lord Fluffy, Britches, and Patch. 3 indoor cats lost in a not so great outdoors during a nightmarish rabies outbreak.
Sounds good.
Tony Fleeks has a way of doing it. Like for me, Stray Dogs was awesome. It was like the twists and turns of it as well. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, I can't wait for this. Andy, is this up your street?
I hope this is good, but my concern is Stray Dogs was fantastic, but see whatever they done after Stray Dogs, like I get it, you know, they were on the bandwagon, it was to make money and all the rest of it, but it was pretty poor, the books after Stray Dogs. I just hope that this can live up to, because I feel like Stray Dogs was kind of one of those ones where it won't be done again. But
it kind of started it, didn't it?
Yeah, they're trying to disprove that by doing Pharaohs. Like, where will it go after this? You know, what's the next animal after it? But yeah, I'll give it a read. I don't know. I've got my concerns.
I got Man's Best through the door today. Andy, you picked that last week, didn't you?
Yeah, what's it like, Fuzzy? Let us know. Is it any good? I'm hoping it is good.
Yeah, I can't wait to read Feral in 5 to 6 years' time. Up next, we have Duke. Obviously, yep, we know what it is. Duke number 3. All it says for this, pretty short and sweet. Duke is close to discovering the truth about the alien robots that have landed on Earth, but who or what is Mars? Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I think, yeah, I'm loving this as much as Transformers. This cover for me is just awesome.
Yeah, I love this.
Right. The only thing it does is that it kind of gives away what happened in issue 3. Because, you know, the Baroness was holding the gun to Duke's head.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, do you know what I mean? They're all kind of out and about and they're all on the same team. But I want to know more about this now that I've seen this cover, because I'm like, how do they get out of that predicament? How does he get himself out of, like, Baroness, don't shoot me? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this. Chris has said, got that stack. For some reason, I had my stack shipped Monday when loads landed on Wednesday. What an absolute tit. Yes, you are an absolute tit. And I'm going to say it live on, you're a tit. There we go. So Duke number 3, I assume you two are looking forward to reading this as well?
Yeah, can't wait. Love
yeah,
this.
Looking forward to that. I think the highlight of this book, and it's a bit boring, but it's the color work in this. I think Jordi Belair does wonders on this book, especially when things are exploding and blowing up, like the cover and stuff like that. It really pops. So, yeah, loving it.
Great. Then we've got the Goon. All right. I love this when this first came out. And basically, just to give you a brief overview, the return to Lonely Street hasn't been easy for the Goon and Frankie, and just as they finally got on various gangs of bloodsuckers and night stalkers back in line, and they can finally relax with a nice night out bowling and a couple of beers, and a new threat appears. One that this honestly sounds like a night out of Thought Bubble. One that will make you and shake the very foundations of the nameless town. Also, Spider gets hooked on junk drama. It either sounds like a night out of Thought Bubble or me getting off the train and walking through Croydon at 9 o'clock at night after I've got off the Superloop. There we go, Ed. Just dropping that in there for you. Yes,
Ed Big's a big fan of the Goon. He loves this series, so he does.
You should try sitting next to him on a coach back from Thought Bubble. He looks like a Goon. He does indeed. But yes, they are. Look.
I've never read anything to do with the Goon, I have to say. It's not a character I know anything about.
I'm sorry, Chris. I'm so sorry, Chris. Didn't it?
He's not really.
But the first cut is the deepest, okay? The first cut is the deepest. There we go. So the Goon, Dark Horse again. Then we've got, here we go. Now we're getting Indie-pied. Right here. Sissy.
Indie what?
Indie-fied.
Oh, is it Indie-pied?
I just tried to start it out. It's Indie-pied. There we go. 11-year-old Gabrielle and his living. I've kind of picked this, right, because of Pete. We were talking about Imaginary.
Dog shit.
So I've kind of 11-year-old Gabrielle and his living teddy bear, guides and allies, Brambles and Sissy, have landed in the swamps of the Darklands. Regrettably, the companions are in uncharted territory, as neither bear has ever been in this region before. They quickly learn that these eerie bogs are filled with dangerous, fantastical creatures and a trap left by the Crying Man. Against all odds, the mission to track down and save Maddie must proceed. The weird thing about this is that issue 1 come out today, and I think also on League of Comic Book Geeks they had issue number 2 and 3 coming out today as well. So I'm not sure what's going on, but this is Scout Comic. I like these weird and wacky, wonderful, and it's
sounds interesting. I love the cover. I have to say, I love the cover.
That's pretty cool. What are we saying on this one, Andy? Do you reckon you'll give it a
no?
Okay, fair enough. Is Charlie's hat pink?
Salmon
Or salmon?
Sorry.
It's Let's go. It's a pinkish salmon strawberry sunset.
Salmon.
Yeah, we'll go. All right, salmon. It's fine. Fine. Okay, Sissy. There we go. Undead Evil.
Where are you finding this stuff, man?
What do you mean?
Chrissy's response, brilliant.
It's shites. There we go. That's fine.
Fuzzy, blushed peach.
Blush Peach. There we go. No, that's what we call Peter. That's what we call Peter.
Good.
Undead Evil. In the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, a centuries-old family curse is reignited by an undead voodoo priest. When paranormal researcher Alfred Carter is summoned by the ghost of his ancestors, he must travel to the Big Easy to cleanse his bloodline. What he finds are untold family secrets and descends into madness. This disturbing tale can be described as H.P. Lovecraft meets Angel Heart. Features Nanan Gankyuin's sketchbook and Ben Olsen's cover art process section. I would like to read this, but I don't think I'm going to get the opportunity to.
Why so?
Because I don't think any of my LCSs will have this available.
Right. Okay. Well, you should ask Frank Forte if he's got a copy to send you.
I've still not read that one you sent with you the week. I need to get that one back. Yeah.
You do. So would you be reading this? I know you like your horrors and stuff like that. I reckon this is...
Yeah, I mean, I think we've talked about this one before, actually. I remember this cover. If I spotted this on the shelf, yeah, I'll pick it up. But this isn't a one I'm going to go and hunt out. But it sounds interesting.
That's the only thing with the indie picks. And Andy, you mentioned this years and years ago, is that if they get put back, you kind of
you give up.
Yeah, no,
there's so many books that we've kept on the the indie pick, and then we'll picked it for our book for the following week.
Yeah.
You had me at Voodoo. You had me at Voodoo. Yeah, look, that's a quick comic if ever you see one. There we go.
£2 for £1, sure.
There we go. Chocolate. We definitely featured this before.
This as well.
Yes, so it got put back, and I'm putting it out there because this is when the son of the most famous luchador in Slam Juan is put into a coma. The Chocolate team must begrudgingly come back to find the person responsible when saving the city from a giant bedpan monster. We spoke about this, and I said to you with your NHS backstory and knowledge, bedpan monster. What is a bedpan monster?
I've seen a few in my time, I tell you. What is this? What is this? So if you look at what's the thing with the... I don't even know how to describe it. Because it's one leg's different to the bent leg. Is it wearing like a weird mismatched costume or something?
I think he's covered in the bedpan monster, if I'm honest.
What's its head? Is it got a bill? Is it like a duck?
You've got me looking now. No, that's his beard.
That's his chin and his beard.
Is it that's
Stick your glasses on, Peter.
I can't make head and a fucking tail.
That's basically me and Andy. What we're wearing for the first.
Is that a snooker player? It's only a game show. You better believe I'm right.
That's cat.
I'm gonna be snickering you tonight.
Bullshit.
Dennis Taylor. Go on, Dennis. Jesus Christ. Right, so we got that one. Then Pete, this is going to be good for you. Sydney Hammer.
I've looked at this one as well.
It's because
You're just reusing the slides.
It's because it got put back, right? And Andy wasn't lucky enough to be on this when we mentioned this. Andy, she's not your average journalist. She's got a magic hammer and she knows how to use it. Join Sydney as she battles gruesome ratsies and uncovers dark secrets involving bionic monkeys in the pulse pounding action-packed comic series designed for fans of trashy horror movies. This is your ticket to the over-the-top monster smashing mayhem. Hold on tight. It's hammer time.
Oh, we've completely lost it, honestly.
We have, but there's more. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, don't.
On Baba 2?
Don't.
Yes.
Baba 2. Oh, God.
On Baba 2. Right.
Cool cover.
It is a cool cover.
Do you know what the thing is? The artwork on these covers is really, really strong. It does look good.
A guilty conscience can be a terrible thing to bear. In the last issue, our hero paid the ultimate price for his actions. Now, changes are inevitable, but hey, why not make a few friends along the way? That's basically all it says. I've read this. I'm looking forward to you two reading it.
You read issue 1, yeah?
Yeah, I read issue 1. Yeah.
Resend. I need to get a copy because I cannot remember where you had this.
See? Yeah, look, you knock it, Sydney Hammer. I've got that one on order thanks to you, Burks.
Burke.
Yes. Burke. Okay, Burke. King Burke in a salmon coral hat.
Salmon Burke. Yeah.
There we go, yes. Oh, Dead Man, you had to say it. What has Dead Man said? What has he said? I see you're not talking about Humbubba 2 out this week, Charlie, thankfully. You know, we've got to give the people what they want. Artwork inside is shit.
Look at the little eyes on the H of Humbaba. That's just it's the details. It's the small details.
It is the details, but yes, this is Ricky Sykes, Blood Moon Comics. I will send it through to you again, and you can pass your own judgment. And what we'll do, we might give it a passing judgment. Yeah, look, I've got issue number 1. If you want me to send it to you, happily do it. Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen,
you can't refuse.
That's the indie comics over and done with now. We're now on to killer trades and hardcovers. They are again for next week. We can get back to some good talk. Up first, Jesus.
Nope, not Jesus. It's Hulk
It's
from
Hulk.
Jeff
Okay.
Loeb and Tim Sale. So this is the Hulk Gallery edition, one which I am really looking forward to. Some of Tim Sale's artwork is superb. This is 168 pages, and it's going to be about 40 quid retail. And it's one of those sort of oversized editions. So if you're a fan of Tim Sale's artwork, this is a book to get because it's going to be glorious.
What does gallery edition mean? Like a bigger format and stuff. Like an omnibus.
An oversized,
like an absolute. Well, I might pick this up then.
Exactly, yeah.
Dead Man said that he couldn't cancel either issue number 2, so you can have that one as well, Pete. Ed Vicker said he's got issue 1 of this turn, and I'm annoyed. I've got a bag and board for it. Luckily, it's not in a box, never to be seen again. You know, have you never heard the curse of Humbubba? We'll have to have
Oh, jeez.
we'll have to have a talk about that, Ed, when we go to the.
So that wait a minute, that's at least 4 issues that's sold then. Like,
yes.
It's a raging success. Most books he's ever sold. From what
So the thing is, I bought it online, and at one point, it kind of froze and said, "Don't click here, like to reload." And I reloaded, and then I thought it bought it again, and I was like, "I haven't bought this comic twice. Please tell me I haven't bought this comic twice." Luckily enough, I only bought it once. Enough to sound that. There we go. So that's that. There we go. It's you, Pete.
Yeah, so I haven't got the synopsis in front of us, but this just jumped out as being something a little bit different and a little bit interesting because I do quite like my historical kind of narratives in books as well. So this is cartoons that were drawn by a journalist at the start of the Russian invasion of, just horrendous. Anyway, it's cartoons he drew by speaking to people on the front line and their experiences and things like that. So it's not going to be an easy read, but I think it sounds really, really interesting. So
if you head over to previews, you can. They've got a few 3 or 4 pages you can kind of look at, and the art. It's interesting. It's a totally different read to what you'd expect, but yeah, it is interesting, and it is like the internal artwork does look good.
Yeah. And I think, for me, I watch the news and things, obviously, but I'm a bit oblivious, I guess, to some of the suffering that's going on over there because it's happened for so long now, and people have just kind of there doesn't seem to be much fanfare about it anymore. So this for me is a good way of getting the plight of the Ukrainian people kind of back into my mind.
Fuzzy said, "Laugh a minute." I'm sure.
yeah.
Phil's Treehouse has said, looking forward to David Mazzucchelli's Batman Year 1 Artist Edition from IDW sometime this year. I didn't know about that, so thank you very much for bringing that. I'll bring it. Didn't even bet you buy it. I bet you didn't even buy it. I did buy it. There we go. Love the sound of this. Big fan of Mouse and the Persepolis. Right, up next, we have Absolute Joker Luthor hardcover. I think it just says it all, Brian Arezzello. I mean, what could you not love about this? I'm very much looking forward to reading this. This, for me, Brian Azzarello does the best Joker.
Yeah,
like his Joker book is awesome.
Yeah, it's very good.
I'm looking forward to this one. So yeah, that is, and Lee Bermejo's done the internal art as well, so we can expect good things from this. What have we got next? Oh yeah, we're up to the final order cut-off top 3. So this is obviously the final order cut from Slab Crusaders, 9 p.m. on a Sunday night. Everything will get cut off and you won't be able to buy the comic you want to get, and then you'll have to head over to Evil Bay to buy something for double the price because all the print runs will be low, because Peter has bought every single comic cover of Transformers and Thundercats. Oh, let's not go into Thundercats. Let's not touch on that. Up first, everyone loves a bit of Dick.
Love a bit of Dick. Calling Dick Tracy. Come in, Dick Tracy. Yeah, I'm all over this. I've never read a Dick Tracy comic, I don't think. I think I remember reading some.
I don't think I have either.
Do you know the old newspaper serials that you used to get? I think I read some Dick Tracy back then. I'm a big fan, even though it's probably cack beyond belief, but I'm a big fan of the Warren Beatty Madonna movie from a few years back. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's just colourful madness. So yeah, I'm quite excited to see what this is all about. I quite like my detective stories. I quite like that kind of crime noir kind of stuff. So yeah, this has got us intrigued. I'm looking forward to reading this one. And I think the cover's pretty cool as well.
Yeah,
it's an incredibly large watch that he has on.
Well, that's the whole Colin Dick Tracy thing, isn't it? So it's back in the day when this first came out, that was kind of like really sci-fi, because it's basically a walkie-talkie watch, and he would get his messages, calling Dick Tracy, come in Dick Tracy, and things like that. So yeah, looks cool. Calling Dick Tracy, come in Dick Tracy. So, yeah.
It's like I'm there again.
I'm having that as my ringtone. Right, definitely, yeah. But this is from Mad Cave Comics. Mad Cave Comics have been putting out some good stuff. And Pete, I think I'm right in saying that you didn't really know much about Mad Cave Comics until we kind of featured stuff on the show and stuff.
Not a lot. Yeah.
So yeah, this is I'm looking forward to this one. Yeah, it's a massive watch, huge watch. Hey, you know what they say about a man with a big watch?
Big wrist.
That's it. There we go. Moving on. Blow Away. There we go. Boom Studios. This has been around for a couple of weeks as well. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to this. I haven't got a synopsis for this. Let's have a look. Blow Away.
I haven't seen this at all. No. This is new to me. I don't even recognise this from 3, 4, 5 weeks ago. What is it?
So it says hot off this hit adaptation of the seminal paranormal non-fiction hunt for Skinwalker, Zach Thompson, along with artist Nicola Izzo, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, team up for a neo-noir crime thriller of the traditional Farrago Rear Window in Boom Studios' Blow Away. I don't
even know what you're saying anymore. That's so confusing.
I know.
I switched off when he said what was it at the start? Power Rangers.
Seminal paranormal non-fiction. Unyielding wildlife videographer Bryn, isolated in the frigid remote Baffin Islands, sees something she cannot unsee.
Frigid remote Baffin Islands? No, I'm sorry. Binned already. It's a bin for me.
This is kind of seems like it's going down the same way as The Displaced, if you just bear with me. In the distance, she witnesses an argument followed by an instance of intense violence between two climbers. Did she just see a murder? In a frantic search for the truth, Bryn discovers just what she's been looking for, but soon she will find more than the silent white or winter of the snow, and the company can keep on coming. I'm kind of intrigued. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Andy's out. What about yourself, Pete?
I'm sorry, I was still. No, thank you. No.
There we go. Fuzzy Nose. This is the one with the photographer, right? Yes.
I mean that sounds cool, Fuzzy. Better than the bollocks that Charlie's just spent.
Yeah, I'm just reading that off Boom Studios.
You know when Peter's bored when he looks up his subscriber count.
Oh, we've just lost 2. Oh no, they've come back. There we go. Yeah, Blow Away. Fucking in whatever. There we go.
Oh yes, I love this cover. I love this cover.
Oh, seriously.
Yeah.
No, come on.
I have every cover and the 1 in 25 on order for this issue, and I think this Frank Miller cover is, I'm going to use the word, iconic.
No.
Yeah.
What's the comic about?
Darth Maul.
He's black, white, and red, isn't he? No, but seriously, do you seriously like this cover?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. If I could get this in a 9.8, I'd get this in a 9.8. I think it's fantastic.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I think Frank Miller's work is getting. Miller's work is getting worse and worse and worse. I really do.
Don't get me wrong. Some of these previous covers, like, but this is. I just.
Andy,
I don't.
Andy.
I don't think you
Just-
could get Darth Maul wrong.
No,
in that.
Andy,
Well, you
look at
can.
the legs. Look at how smooth and circular those legs. It's like he's sitting on a giant donut.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
going on? That's no.
It's a fucking travesty. Look, yeah. At least it's unique. Yeah, yeah. That's one word for it. There we go. Miller's work is reaching new levels. It's so avant-garde. There we go. All over the Miller covers.
Avant-garde.
Oh God, I'm French. All over the Miller covers.
Uh-huh.
Total rubbish, but very different.
No, I love it. Sorry, guys, but you know, I like the Miles Morales Bichallo cover that he's oscillated me for, which I've got in a 9.8 sitting behind me.
But now I'm looking at it.
It's lovely.
I don't know if I do hate it. I don't know.
No, I do. Is that his thumbs or his testicles hanging in between his legs? What is that?
That's his Darth Mauls.
That's his Darth Mauls. Yeah, his Darth Mauls.
He's got a hell of a set of Darth Mauls.
His thumbs are fucking massive. And he's got.
See
He looks like he's got.
see if any of you guys pick this for my eyes. Honestly, I
He
will
looks,
not
like,
be
he looks
happy.
like he's got a drop shoulder. He's like kind of. His right shoulder smoked like. As
Has
you're
he got
looking-
a tash and a beard as well?
Yeah, he nicked that from Colossus from last week.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a
Yes.
tash and a beard.
Sorry, that's a no. Sorry, that's no more South Park than Star Wars. There we go. He looks like a 65-year-old cosplayer. He does, doesn't he? He really, really does.
Each
Right.
to their own, people.
Each to their own. Each to their own. Where are we at now? Right, yeah, we are at the Killer Comic Show sneak peek for next week. So these are the 4 comics that we'll be going over in the community tab at 10:30, and you'll be able to place your votes for us to review next week. Up first, Andy.
Yes, I went for the Infernos issue number 2. Issue number 1 was superb. Haven't read issue number 2 yet. I'm really looking forward to it, and I think this should be our pick.
I don't know why I haven't changed this one. I've totally forgot. I forgot this one. So Pete, you picked April, haven't you?
Yeah.
I didn't. Honestly, I didn't know if you was being serious or not. So I just
No,
put it
just for
in.
shits and giggles. So we do read pretty much the same comics. Do you know what I mean? If we like the line of them, and I always have more fun when we're reading dog shit. So this just looks awful. Absolutely.
You know, this one is
awful.
scratch and sniff. This one is a banana.
Smells of bananas.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's all you need to know. So I thought this would be fun to read and just bask in the apiness of it.
Fuck's sake, you three. Sack the banana business. Pete picked it. I can't. Yeah, April, come on, let's do it. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And then I've elevated it. I've taken it back to the level where Andy was, and we're going beneath the trees where nobody sees. I've read this. I hope this wins the vote because I don't even want to say anymore.
It's not another filler issue.
No. Does it actually smell like bananas? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So with that, they're the 3. I don't even know.
So wait, what was the second book then?
I've no
Did we
idea.
have a second book?
I've absolutely no idea because they were the 3
What about-
comics that we picked.
What about the one that Fuzzy had mentioned earlier on about the dogs in space? That was out this.
Oh, yeah, Man's Best.
Was that last week? I can't remember. I don't know.
Okay, but if anyone's got a comic out this week that they want us to review, drop it in the chat or send us.
Baba one. Stick that one.
Baba.
I feel you're skipping over April. I don't understand why. Why are you not? Why do we need another choice?
I'd love to read that, Pete.
I'll tell you why, because it's fucking March.
I mean, touche. Yeah, fair enough.
Well, yeah. If Man's Best was this week, then this falls into it. Yeah. So then it'd be Man's Best. So Infernals, Man's Best, April, and Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees Peter's cover for April. There we go. Right. Let's have a look, shall we? Right. Heading back over. In last place, I don't know how I managed to get 9 votes, but thank you very much for the love. In last place is me with 9%. In second place is Peter with 39%. And with Andy at 52%, and well deserved, you've won it again.
Bravo.
Lucky
Bravo.
bastard you. So 52% of the vote, you've won it again, sir. Well done. Well done. So yeah, there we go. There we go. Right.
Still one behind Peter.
Still one behind Peter. Yes, you are one behind Peter with his spider spunk and his jock a lot.
I can't believe you. I would have. I can't believe you stole that jock cover from me, Peter. And if I'd have picked it, nobody would have voted for me.
Do you know how we got that, Andy? Though, because he sent it when we was on the show, and he was like, "Oh, this is my cover for next week. Fucking yeah, let me get in there quick. Let me try that." There we go. And then you can follow us all over on the socials. You've got the Instagram, you've got YouTube royalty. I think Pete, you've also added Bebo, MySpace,
Snapchat.
I've got
Snapchat,
billboards now out there as well.
Facebook,
and,
billboards,
you know,
buses, bus stops, taxis. I noticed you on the Superloop the other day, which was great. So yeah,
Grinder.
yeah, Grinder, National Rail, Thames Water, British Gas. You're everywhere.
All right. Speaking of socials, can I just put a shout out, please, very quickly?
Yeah, of course you
can. If you haven't subscribed, which I'm sure you probably have, can you try and get your friends and your friends' friends to subscribe so that we can get up to that 1,000 subscribers? I think we're at 911 at the minute.
After seeing this week's show, I think we're going to fucking lose subscribers.
I don't think I've laughed as much in a show than I did this show, and I cried more than I cried when I last left the show.
I'm just going to take it back to this is what we was laughing about. This one, fuck. What is that again? Like honestly,
my eyes.
Yeah, fucking yeah. Oh my eyes! Look at that. And then we went from that. We went to like some dwarf love. Heading over to there. But yeah, DVH, this is just for you and Connie. There we go. Look, some dwarf love, and then yeah, not sure. But yeah, lads, great show. Thank you very much. Massive shout out to you for doing your show last night. Congratulations on that. But we're not done yet, are we? We've got some pickups to get through, haven't we? So who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Go on then.
This is the stuff that I showed off yesterday on Pete's show. But let me very quickly go through it again. So we've got Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters issue number 1. I got the trade and the Virgin cover for this. We'll definitely see a theme. So that was the Miko Soyan cover.
Nice.
Lots of Star Wars amongst this. So we've got Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters issue number 1, the 1 in 25U variant. Sorry, yeah.
I have to say, Andy, I love the fact that you collect every single Star Wars.
Yeah, the awesome. 7 boxes of Star Wars would suggest that, yeah. Especially Boba, because he is my favourite character. Yeah. 1 in 50 Laraz variant cover.
Nice.
We've got some Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 25. This is the 1 in 25 Picelli variant cover.
Nice.
Chris Bell will appreciate this. We've got Star Wars Insider. Got a fantastic Lego
awesome.
Boba Fett variant, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
We've got Hellmouth issue number 1 of 5. This was a mini run.
That's Buffy, isn't it?
Buffy and Angel, yeah, based on the Buffy and Angel stuff. Josh Whedon done it, and Jenny Fruston done all the covers.
Nice.
And then we've got some Michael Turner goodness, Justice League issue number 1, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Nice.
That's my pickups,
Very
guys. Short and sweet.
I'll go next, Pete. I've literally only got one thing, and that's this.
Nice.
Casey Jones. My Casey Jones. There we go. Looking forward to opening.
You got that for a steal as well, didn't you?
Yes, I did. So basically, I bought something off Amazon. It arrived. It was damaged. We sent it back. They gave us a refund, and then literally totally out of the blue, they also gave us a gift card refund as well. So I was like, well, I better spend that before they take it back, and I ended up getting that for like £7.14. So, but I've got to say, I've opened it up and taken some pictures of it, and the detailing on it is wicked. They really are good, like NECA figures. They're really good.
NECA are very cool.
It's no Mythic Legions, boys.
Yeah, Mythic Legions. Yeah, that is the next rabbit hole. I'm sure we'll go down. I've had a look at them. I'm not interested. I'm not really interested. Apparently, the
Too
boxes
expensive.
are amazing. But yeah, that's what I got. It's fantastic. I've now want to get the Splinter and the Shredder and the Foot Clan and April O'Neil and stuff like that. So yeah, but he does look good. He does look awesome. So yeah, that was all I picked up this week.
Very
Peter,
cool. I shall show you some Thundercack. So I have got, just for Fuzzy, some nice foily goodness.
I
Some
just
Thundercats
honestly,
number
what
one.
does the gold look like in that? Because I've got that coming, and it
I don't mind it. I think it looks okay,
You know what?
actually. Yeah, I don't mind it.
I actually asked the same question to James Breen because I was
Yeah.
about to cancel my order for it.
Yeah.
And he said, I think I might have got it in the 9.8 or ordered it in the 9.8 as well. And he said that the copies that he got looked fantastic. So
Oh, okay, cool.
It does look nice. It does look nice. We've got that one. Again, this is another foil. Quite like that one.
Perillo.
Is that the Delosso one?
No, that's not
That's
Delosso.
Perillo.
Pirello, that's the one. Yep.
Sexiness. More foil goodness.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's quite nice.
Chris makes a good point there. Like silver would have been so much
Yeah, I
better.
agree.
Like if you take the
Completely
silver of that and replace it with gold.
Yeah.
This is the Alex Cormack homage. Only 333 copies of this.
Oh, nice, old school.
Yeah, quite like that.
Yeah, that's wicked.
It's a homage to
Where
issue
did you get
one.
that from, Peter?
I can't remember, but you get two copies. I got the Virgin copy and the trade dress copy as well. Can't
Very
remember where it
nice.
came from. I do know where it came from. I think I got it from Whatnot.
Wow.
Did you get the ones that you bought from
know.
not Slab Crusaders? You bought some from somewhere else.
I got some from
It wasn't Sad Lemon, it was
no, who's the other UK one?
Slab City.
Slab City. I got some from Slab City, and I was waiting on the mistake, and he didn't send us one of my blanket covers.
Yes.
'Cause I bought two, so they've
Yeah.
said I finally got in touch and they said they're going to send us them back.
Oh, cool.
And I got this. This is off AOK.
Oh,
from
cool.
my good pal Andy. Sent us this. This is the Alex Ross. It's a huge book. Marvel Comics Supervillains poster book. So all of those covers from a few years back. Oh, look at that Loki.
Oh, wicked,
You
that's
get all the
cool.
posters.
Yeah.
Pull out posters, and then in the back, you've got an absolutely, I don't want to drop it, an absolutely huge pull out poster.
Oh,
It's like
wicked.
five pages.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
Which is stunning. So thank you so much for that, Andy. Really do appreciate it. I love
You're
it.
welcome.
I love
Enjoy.
it. So yeah, that's my pickups.
Cool. Well, I think that's us done. What have you got scheduled for this weekend, Peter?
Tomorrow night we have got One Good Scare Show at 9 o'clock. It's a recorded video, but we're doing a premiere of it. So that's all the latest horror news and views. We're talking a little bit about Beetlejuice, a little bit about Scream, a quick overview of Imaginary, some action figures, comics, and all that kind of stuff. Saturday night we've got Saturday Night Live. Monday night, open invite to anybody that wants to join with, but we're going to do a Ghostbusters review. So a few are going to try and watch Ghostbusters this weekend, and then we'll go live and do a bit of a review of it on Monday night.
They're bringing out a comic. They're bringing out a comic to time with that.
It's getting shit reviews, mate. It's getting slated.
Oh, is it really? Oh, cool. We'll talk offline, but I went and see Late Night with the Devil.
Oh, damn! Hoping to see that tomorrow night. That
Yeah.
and Immaculate's out as well. So I wanna see
Yes.
that.
Yeah. So, but Andy, you jumping on any shows? You doing anything this weekend? Any lives, Instagram posts?
Nope, nothing planned. And I'll be back here next Thursday.
Same time next week, 9 p.m. every Thursday. Guys, always a pleasure spending my Thursday evening with you. Thank you everyone in the chat that took part. Congratulations to Andy for winning cover of the week. I'm just thankful for anyone who voted for my cover. Thank you very much. Love you all. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the comments that you're reading, and we shall see you same time next week. See you later.
Bye.
Good night, guys.